Brado, thanks for joining us. What are you thinking about your big brother kind of leading the charge and, really being a part of this little series they got going on? They're leading it right now. It's exciting times. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a good series. Thing is, it's like crazy games too, right? It's just not boring hockey by any means. You got guys fighting each other and big comebacks, and it's been one of the best series so far. Maybe that's biased because Luke's on the ice or whatever, but just enjoying it, and it's been a good series, and hopefully they can close it out tonight.
Brayden, thank you so much for joining us. You have much better internet than your brother, by the way, although the second time he was much better, but we did it on Zoom. Is Luke playing the best hockey of his career right now? Like, he's been so impressive the last couple games and pretty much ever since joining the Leafs.
I mean, to call it best hockey of your career, no, but I think he's in a better spot than he was, 5-6 years ago. If you look back on where he was driving back and forth between San Diego and Anaheim there, wondering, if he was going to keep, playing hockey and the story's been out or whatever. And, Adam Oates is obviously a guy that really helped discover or reinvent the wheel for him. And, just kind of, he's always, a simple player. Plays hard. I think he's really, handles the puck better now and make better plays. And he's always obviously had the element of being physical and, sticking up for teammates. And I think that's what the Leafs obviously need. They brought in a bunch of guys that are willing to do that. And they knew it was going to be a tough, hard series. And, I'm glad to see him playing well.
Brayden, being a Stanley Cup champion yourself, I mean, elimination game tonight, you got to win 4 of those to win the Cup. You've done that against, more and more difficult teams as you go down the road here. But what's the difference in a game where you can close a team out and the team on the other side there is, got their back against their wall and the season's on the line?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Even look at the game last night, right? With Florida not going away, against Boston, and guys don't want their seasons to be over. They don't want to be doing kind of what I'm be doing right now, anyways. And that's from watching from the outside and on your couch and stuff like that. So, obviously, I think even the Leafs probably have it more just with the pressure and expectations of how many years of being not winning a first round series, and they're in the driver's seat right now and up 3-1. So like I said, hopefully they can close it out, but that's a team over there that knows how to win clearly and got one of the best goalies in the world, if not the best goalie. So it's gonna take everyone's A game and that's what you need to win. It's going to be tough. They got guys that know how to get the job done in closing games and stuff like that. So looking forward to see what kind of team comes out tonight.
So obviously the last couple of days, Brayden, Rosie and I have been talking about killer instinct and belief. Even looking back to 2019, that story and that journey for your St. Louis Blues team was absolutely epic, as we know, from where you were maybe at Christmas time to where you finished off. Belief, like, when did you guys start to believe? When did you individually start to believe that your team had a chance to go all the way that year?
I think ours started earlier. I'm not talking around Christmas time when we're in the worst team in the league, but you just start to catch momentum. I think we had an 11-game win streak, and you're beating everyone, beating good teams. And at that point, you feel like you got something. It's kind of caught lightning in a bottle, and we got a close team, and guys are excited to play for each other every single night. And going into the playoffs, we had dinner there. It was unbelievable for us in Winnipeg. And then Game 7 in Dallas, that one obviously, or against Dallas, that one could have gone either way. And, even when you get to the Cup finals, you have to win Game 7 in TD Garden. It's obviously a tough task, and we were able to do it. But it's obviously, it's the best time to be a hockey player, whether that's junior hockey or midget AAA or NHL. It's playoffs, and that's what you want to play for every single year is a championship.
Brayden, in addition to this Leafs roster, obviously, Ryan O'Reilly, you know him intimately. With the Cup run that you guys went on in the championship, you won with him at the helm there. But, for a guy who can win a Frank Selke award and as the best defensive forward, he's a captain of a team and then wins a Conn Smythe on top of it. Bring your perspective on what that guy brings to a locker room in a playoff run like this.
Yeah. I mean, I touch off the ice anyways. Off the ice, it's funny. He's a guy that can be super serious and put his headphones in and dial it in before a game. Or if you get him after the game having a beer or, between games, day off between games. He's tons of fun to be around. And then as well as he holds guys accountable. He's not afraid to say things when things need to be said. Obviously, that comes with learning over his years. And a guy that's almost played 1,000 games and kind of done what he done, he was an honor to play with for sure. And then on the ice, you see what he does. Like he can play anywhere in your lineup. You can play anywhere pretty much on your power play, whether that's bumper, net front, or half wall, PK, big face-offs. And he's one of those guys too, not physically, but he drags you into the fight. He drags you into the fight, into the battles, kind of forces you to kind of play a hard game with them. And you see, with him and Acciari and stuff like that, they're doing that right now and getting rewarded.
Yeah, I was going to ask you as well about Cookie Noel Acciari. I said at the time, I love the factor, man. I love the pickup. He's been incredible for this team, but I thought like the hidden gem of that deal was Noel Acciari, just sort of the physical nature, the pugnacity. He's got 2 goals in the series. Like he seems like he brings the intangibles to the table. And again, you've been part of a team that has won a Stanley Cup. How bad do you need guys like Noel Acciari on your team?
I mean, just playing against him in Boston when he was there, he's just like, he's big. He's not, he's thick and he's physical and he's hard to play against. And then playing him with this year, he's just like, great guy, quiet, goes about his business, solid team guy. Can never tell if he had a good game or a bad game. He's just kind of the same type of dude in the locker room. And, then on the ice, he just hits everyone in sight, blocks shots. He does little things, wins his battles, good on the wall, little things that you need to go deep in the playoffs and win. And, guys like that are special to play with. And you always want guys like that on your team.
Talking about your big brother so much, it's I feel like a bad host here. We got to talk about the index. What kind of rounds you putting out there? You putting up some numbers, draining any putts, Brayden? I mean, what's going on?
Dose train. My game's not where it needs to be right now. So played not too many. Got a little one now, but I played 4 or 5 rounds. Went up with a few guys. Went to just outside of Nashville. Golfed a few times. Golfed a couple times in St. Louis, and playing here a couple times. So I'm in Florida right now. So hang out and the game's not. It's not the Doze Train's game. I know that. He's not going up and down from everywhere around the greens.
You got silky mitts like you do with your hockey gloves on.
I don't know. Hey, Nick, you probably don't know this. Nick, you probably don't know this, but Dozer lived on my couch always before Philadelphia training camp. And family used to stay home, and while training camp was going on, he used to live with me, hang out. I don't even know what we used to do, like watch U.S. Open tennis at night. We'd golf every day. And then he would just eat Chipotle for about, 21 days straight. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just never got sick of it. But yeah, me and Doze used to live together there for
Chipotle runs.
yeah. So we had a good time back in the day.
It reminds me, we were in Edmonton a month ago, and this guy had to go to a fucking Subway. I don't know why, but we found a Subway because we had to be at the bar at 9:15 Edmonton time when I was like, let's go at 11. Let's go for a nice dinner. So this checks out for sure. It does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Small town kid, eh?
Oh, God.
Hey, is Kelsey going to make an appearance? Is she back there?
Here we
is
go.
She saying hi? Or
she's at the pool. I don't even know if she knows the Leafs are in the playoffs right now. She's probably about the only person in North America that hasn't been watching the series. But no, she's rooting for Luke, obviously, and just as a family, you know how hard it is to win. And I think even on top of the magnitude of what the Leafs have on them right now, they got a good team. It's hard to win. That East it's anyone's ball game right now that can go to the Cup Finals. So, like I said, hopefully Tampa can close it out tonight. Tampa. The Leafs can close it out tonight and beat Tampa. Yeah. But no, I think it's going to be a good game. Game 5s are tough, and especially when the series is on the line.
We have the Schenns covered on this show, but unfortunately, Rosie's favorite player on the Maple Leafs is Ryan O'Reilly. We're going to have to tell you off the air why that is the case, unless Rosie wants to say it right now.
He knows why.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. Back in the day, I think he posted it too, right? He
oh my God,
signed a stick for you guys.
Oh yeah. He signed a stick for my kid and was ripping my shitty hands on my kid's thing. Just totally ruined the experience for both of us.
Yeah. No. Honestly, it's watching the Leafs is I think just because you played with O'Reilly and Acciari, and you definitely wish they were still in the St. Louis Blues right now. But adding Luke, obviously, there's a lot of guys to watch. And Mitchie Marner was my roommate at World Championships one time, so I know him a little bit and had fun with him. I think he was 19 at the time. So, some guys along the way. And, obviously, if there's one team to root for, it's the Leafs because Big Bro's on it.